can't tell you much about this series or anything else, but I can tell you about my lecture. What I agreed to do today is to speak about the project that we at the Aga Khan Trust for Culture are doing in the Humayun's Tomb Nizamuddin area of Delhi. Can you please dim the lights? And what I'm going to do is show you a lot of pretty pictures. And I'm dimming the lights so that if anybody raises their hands, I can't see them. But jokes apart, if there is anything pertinent, please feel free to stop me in the middle of the lecture. There are not many people here, so I think answers from this number of people are possible. Essentially, the project in Nizamuddin tries to address a lot of general fallacies about conservation and around conservation. Conservation in India is seen as elitist, it's seen as a burden, when it should actually be seen as a tool to improve the quality of life and as an economic asset, which is an irreplaceable economic asset, just like many other countries in the world do. In India, we protect something like 15,000 monuments, 15,000 buildings for their heritage value, which is half the number protected for their heritage value in New York City alone. So we in the Aga Khan Trust for Culture work in several countries, and the philosophy is all the same. It's about all of this, promoting good governance, growth of civil society, economic opportunities, human rights, and the environment. And we understand culture as very broadly. So we include music, we include museums, we include food, we include performances, and of course we include heritage cities. That site is in Cairo. Some of you have probably seen this slide before, at least. And this was a 700-year-old garbage dump. And at some point in the 1980s, His Highness the Aga Khan offered to build a park in Cairo, and he was given this site. And once we started clearing 700 years of garbage, we came across a 12th century Ayyubid wall, the traces of which you can see along that edge. And then it was necessary to expose that Ayyubid wall, which was about more than 15 meters below the ground level, so the whole site was sloped. But today, that park is visited by more people than the pyramids. And so a lot of the philosophy of the Trust for Culture is about improving quality of life, and in this park, which affects the whole city of Cairo, rather than just the 200,000 population of this site. This is the city of the dead on the south of it. Baghe Babur, and I'm very honored to have Ambassador Rakesh Sood sitting in the audience, who saved my sanity while I was in Kabul for 5 years because he was the ambassador there. But Baghe Babur was again a garden being built in war-torn Afghanistan. And we were questioned that Kabul needs health, education, all sorts of other things that people feel are a need in a war-torn society. Why are you restoring a garden? Yet today, 30,000 people, mostly women, visit the park every week. And war-torn societies need open green spaces, and especially in this case, it was a garden which we were able to restore to its original layout. So with those 2-3 slides of outside India, let's come back to Delhi. Now, any other city in the world which had the Qutub Minar, the World Heritage Site, the Red Fort, a World Heritage Site, Humayun's Tomb, a third World Heritage Site, Lachin's Bungalow Zone on the tentative World Heritage list. Any city that had 4 World Heritage Sites would be known as a historic city. People would come here, people would, it would be, why do we get less than 1/10 the number of visitors that Rome gets? Because we just don't give a damn about our heritage. How many of you recognize this? And Ruchika, don't raise your hand. That is in Delhi. Can anybody in this audience tell me where it is?
Purana Killa?
Yes, it could be Purana Killa, but it's not. If it was that obvious, I would ask.
Tughlaqabad.
Not Tughlaqabad. Okay, and this very enlightened audience, nobody can tell me where that is because it doesn't exist anymore. This is a photograph from the 1960s. It's Kila Kadam Sharif, where New Delhi railway station, just outside New Delhi railway station. And that doesn't exist anymore. This is 1960s. Times of India covered this last week, so you would know that Shah Jahan built a minar, like the Qutub Minar in Delhi, which today is inaccessible. And that, can anybody tell me where that is? It's about 2 kilometers from here.
It's near Delhi High Court.
Really?
Is it?
That's very good. Let's not shoot in the dark. I know it's dark, but you know. That is Kotla Mubarakpur, as it was. Again, all these are protected monuments. None of them are visible anymore. That is the earliest palace building in Delhi, 13th century, behind the Nizamuddin railway station, Nizamuddin police station, and it again doesn't exist anymore, or mostly doesn't. So, you know, any city that over the last 20-30 years does this to our heritage is something that is troubling. And with that intention, we started this project in the Nizamuddin area, which is a very small part of Delhi.